I want to show you that I'm actually finally getting the hang of Chimera. Oh no, is that the lion? I think this is where we die, fellas. I think I did well with a single key for someone who is attempting this boss for the 3rd time in their life ever. I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of it. He ignores unkillable? I didn't know. Lion is crazy. How are we surviving for so long? Oh, this shield is not gonna do much. Ooh, I forgot. He removes debuffs, I forgot. Okay, well now he's already done that turn, so we're just gonna go ahead and plop that unkillable really quickly and block damage. Oh, this is great. I'm gonna keep these results. I'm quite pleased with them. We're actually doing really well in the Chimera Clash as well. Surprisingly, it just got very dark outside. Isn't that a vibe? Fighting Chimera until the sun sets, man. How's it going, gamers? It's BB. You're watching my RSL channel. Wake up! Today, we're gonna go through the Forge. We're gonna do a little intro course on what the hell are we looking at? What is the Forge? What are all these sets? What do they do? How do I do it? And all you need to know. Let's get right on it, guys. You're going to unlock the Forge at level 30. And until then, what I want you to do is head into the faction wars, you guys. Try and do as many faction wars as you can, because you're going to be getting your materials for the Forge. We're gonna do a little bit of rearrangement. Every day there's a different faction war crypt open, so you'd want to check back every day. If you don't have champions for some sort of faction, it's totally fine. It's totally normal. In the beginning, you're not gonna have a lot of champions to work with, but very quickly you're gonna gather up a roster of every single faction that you're gonna be able to take down into your faction war, so don't worry about it too much. These kinds of things happen on their own, and with you pulling shards and you know, just progressing in the game naturally, your keys regenerate. You get keys every day. You get 12 per crypt. And here you can see how long until the other crypts open. You can kind of track and see. Down here, you'll also get rewards for getting stars for these. So never skip your faction wars, guys. Do them absolutely every day. Right now, you'll also get objectives for clan versus clan tournaments. So get on these faction wars. However, there is a 2x point distribution on the Forge objectives. And that's why I've chosen to do a little bit of Forge for you guys. Chances are you're gonna see this a little bit of last minute for your clan versus clan. Hopefully, I help you rack up some points for your clan last minute with these Forge tips. What is the other material? What is the other material that we need? We need Magisteel. Where do you get Magisteel from? Doing Classic Arena. Fighting in Classic Arena will get you some of these. Chances are, if you have been playing Arena for a little bit and exploring and clicking around, you have already made a bunch of Magisteel without even knowing. But if you have been slacking off in Arena, now is the time where you're really going to suffer from that mistake. Whee! You get between 1 and 3 Magisteel per fight. And as you know, your tokens regenerate every hour, so make sure to spend these as well on a daily. Now that you have your Magisteel and you've done your faction wars, we're gonna head into the Forge. Now we see here there's multiple sets. We're working with a lot, right? Some we haven't even unlocked yet. I can tell you which sets are good, but they all serve their own purpose based off the champion that you want to build. So we're not going to go into great detail as to exactly what the sets do, but you can read about them. I can give you some examples of sets that are universally good on most champions. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. One of those is Perception. I'm just going to give the example with Perception gear here. Perception gives you 40 accuracy and 5% more speed. Speed, as you know, really hard to stack in your game, and accuracy is useful for almost every single one of your champions. Any champion that has a debuff where you don't have a 100% land rate, or the enemies can in some way resist it, you're gonna need a bunch of accuracy to land these debuffs. As Kale needs accuracy to land poison in Clan Boss, Ugo will need accuracy to block buffs. Your debuffers are always going to need accuracy and speed, so Perception is a great set. You can choose between the rank of artifact that you can craft. You can choose to craft an artifact between 3 to 4 stars, 4 to 5, or 5 to 6, as long as you have the materials to craft it. The higher up the stages in Faction Wars you go, the more you're going to find higher quality, I guess, materials. Usually you have to combat at least 1 or 2 bosses to start getting the epic and the legendary materials. Up until the first boss, you get regular materials to craft with. The other thing that we see here in the bottom, we have charms. These charms you're gonna get throughout events, throughout tournaments. Here's what I want you to do in the beginning. In the beginning, I want you to avoid touching these charms unless you are crafting an artifact with precision and intention. I want a gauntlet that has this substat for this champion of this quality. Unless you have requirements like these, don't touch the charms. These charms are gonna come in handy when you know exactly what you're crafting, who you need it for, a particular artifact, you know what I mean? Instinct is a good set as well because it gives you 12% speed and ignores 25% of enemy defense. Do you get everything from Faction Wars? No. No, you don't. Unfortunately, not every material you can get from Faction Wars. The Magisteel is a recurring element throughout all of the gear. However, you're gonna need different materials very soon enough. Core hammers you get from Clan vs Clan events. As you can see here, Plarium Points program can give you core hammers. You craft Instinct with Instinct Stones, and you can only get these from the Forge Pass. And some of them here, like Fortitude, you get from raiding Doom Tower bosses. Like Baumau the Dreadhorn, for example, gives us this Fortitude set. We're also getting Magma Cores from the Magma Dragon to craft the Fatal set, which is great for most of your nukers in game. It gives you 5% crit rate and 15% attack. We're getting some others here. Affinity Breaker from the Nether Spider. You need these Nether Eggs. You are going to unlock the Forge before you unlock Doom Tower, so don't worry too much about these in the beginning, For Clan vs Clan, our goal is to craft as many artifacts as we can and potentially maybe keep some but sell the majority of them so we can make money to upgrade artifacts and progress in artifact enhancement. And there is also Dungeon Divers, and there is also Fire Knight. Yes, there's also Fire Knight. So there's that very, very busy week. When you're crafting 4 to 5 starred artifacts, you want to keep in mind that it's going to take you 10 of the rare resource and 5 of the epic resource. So you always need to have about double as much rare materials than epic materials to never run out, you know? And then Magisteel, you'll just have to farm Classic Arena for as many of those as you can. I recently forged, so I don't have a lot of materials to work with, but I do have some. And I'm gonna show you what to look out for. Here in Resilience, you're gonna be looking for stats like HP and defense. Let's craft some here. It's gonna give us some tournament points for Clan Boss. We don't need 3-starred attack percent gauntlets, so we're gonna sell them. And notice how much they sell for. You make one for 1,000, you sell one for 8,000. Here, let me show you again. That got us 20 points, flat stat, and they're 3-starred, so I'm gonna sell them for 11k silver. Compared to the 1k that it took us to make it, it's a profit scheme, right? You're seeing my vision. Now we're gonna craft some... I'm gonna craft 10 perception gears. I'm gonna see how they roll. I'm gonna see what I get. And I get another legendary chest plate, and that got us a bunch of points. That is a defense chest plate with crit damage, HP, speed, and resistance on it. I might keep it because of that defense flat stat. Some of my defense champions might benefit from it. Someone who would benefit from accuracy and speed. I love the fact that there's speed on here. Not crazy about the fact that there is no accuracy, but I will keep the chest plate. And that shield! Look at the stats on this thing! We've got a defense percent, we've got a crit damage percent, we've got a crit rate percent, and accuracy! Even in a set of just the chest plate and the shield, you get so many good rolls. You're looking for as many percentage rolls as you can. So attack, HP, and defense can also be percent rolls on your substats. Accuracy will always be flat, speed will always be flat, crit damage and crit rate are always going to be a percent. And for the chest plates and gauntlets in particular, you're looking for a main percent stat. Unlike this one is a flat defense gauntlet, so we're just immediately selling it. We're not even gonna entertain it. This is a good looking shield. We've got some crit damage here, some defense percent. I might keep this and see how it rolls later. This one also has some good stats. See, that's exactly what we need to be looking for. When you have a set like Perception and you get accuracy and speed rolls, that is exactly what you want. That way you synergize the set with the stats. This is an accuracy chest plate. When you see something like this, hold on to it. When you get an accuracy chest plate, keep it. When you get a resistance chest plate, keep it. These flat stats are a-okay. Accuracy is a good main stat to have when your champion really depends on it, and especially for a perception set where you get 40 accuracy on top. This can synergize very well with that chest plate. This is also a good shield. It gives you speed, crit rate, and defense. We're gonna hold on to that. Crit damage and defense percent is also pretty good. We're getting a bunch of perception shields, man. I don't think it's worth keeping all of them, but these are good, so I'm gonna just keep them for the percentage and then sell them later if I decide to. We're immediately instantly selling these boots because they don't have a main speed stat on them. And this is a perfect time for me to shout out dear Corrado Fox Hunter. You guys, I need to let you know that the whole issue, the whole shebang with the promo links has been resolved. You now can claim your very own Corrado Fox Hunter for free. All you have to do is use my promo link, which you can find in the description box below. I'll repeat the instructions very carefully. Listen to me with both ears. Open them up. Like so. Make a new email, then click on my promo link in the description, then make a brand new account. You log into Plarium Play, and once you've completed the tutorial, you will get your rewards in your inbox. You're gonna start your game with Corrado Fox Hunter, and then as you level up in progress in your game, at level 40 you unlock Fane, at level 45 you unlock Romero, and at level 50 you will get Vergis. 4 free champions, 1 legendary, 3 epics, content clearer machines on your account. You don't want to miss out on that offer before it expires or before they change it, guys, because they do change it. Just a really good time to set up a brand new account with Plarium Play, so don't miss out on that offer, you guys, while you still can. So this is my appeal to you to go back to your faction wars and start farming these stages. Again, even if you can farm stage 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. As long as you spend these crypt keys absolutely every day, and as long as you go back to Arena and get these medals as well. And head over to Classic Arena and get your Magisteel from there. Don't forget, it's just as important as the rest of the materials. Because you want to start crafting that tasty perception gear as soon as you can and start equipping your support and your debuffer champions with that set. And also, your luck with artifacts and forging might be better than getting champions. There's only one way to test it. Thank you so much for your support, for watching, for commenting, for engaging. Thank you for giving me tips. I hope you really get to relax these holidays. You deserve it. You deserve a break. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.